Hello, my name is Binay Prased. I'm a Senior Associate and Accredited Specialist in Wills and Estates at Sharrock, Pitman Legal. We all know the saying, nothing is certain in life except death and taxes. When someone has died, it falls to an executor to finalise the tax affairs of the deceased and their estate. The deceased and their estate have essentially the same requirements to lodge a tax return as any other taxpayer. If you are an executor, the most effective way to assess whether a tax return is required is to ask, if this were my own financial circumstances, would I need to lodge a tax return? An executor is responsible for lodging all outstanding income tax returns of the deceased prior to their death. If any income, including capital gains, is earned by the estate after death, then a separate estate tax return may also be required. If the deceased had an ABN or was registered for GST, then an executor may need to lodge a final business activity statement. If an estate asset is sold or transferred by an executor, then capital gains tax may be payable. In many cases, a transfer of assets to an executor or beneficiary will not attract duty, but capital gains tax may still be applicable. It may need to be paid by the estate, or alternatively, a beneficiary might choose to apply a CGT rollover. However, there are exceptions, and you should seek legal and accounting advice to ensure that any tax liability is attended to. Another tax issue to look out for relates to the deceased superannuation. If the superannuation is paid to the estate, tax may be payable if the ultimate recipient is not a tax dependent. For example, adult children are usually not considered tax dependents. When it comes to deceased estates, the tax situation can be complex and potentially financially onerous. It is critical to seek expert legal and financial advice. If you require assistance to identify whether tax returns for the deceased or their estate are required, or if you require assistance with an estate more generally, please contact our Accredited Specialist Wills and Estates team. We're on your side.